Once there was an exceptionally powerful holy sword that no one could pull out. Two girls, once as close as sisters, turned against each other in their quest to draw the blade, unaware that it had long been picked up as trash by a boy and now served as the final prize in a friendly competition. Lily couldn't understand why the holy sword was in Crom's possession. Determined to obtain it, Roll decided to enter the contest herself. To secure victory, Ellie made an exception and allowed Nick to compete. Meanwhile, the village chief had to return to her village and couldn't attend Nick's match. Before leaving, she cursed Mary with a stomachache that would strike every 10 minutes. Soon, the match began. The rule was simple. Only magic attacks were allowed. Any physical strikes would mean disqualification. The first round was Nick's, an almost guaranteed win. Clearly, Mina had no idea she was facing a powerhouse. She immediately distanced herself from Nick, activated her magical domain, and cast her signature spell, Water Prison Sphere, aiming to suffocate him into submission. But as time passed, Nick just stood there, dazed and unmoving. Even the referee, confused, went over to check if he was okay. Seeing this, Mina decided to switch tactics and launched her ultimate spell to finish him off. Only then did Nick, finally realizing this wasn't a turn-based game, react. Since Mina's incantation took too long, Nick instantly released a burst of air that slammed her against the wall. The referee, unable to see Nick's attack clearly, ruled it as Mina's self-destruction, giving Nick the win. The championship would be decided between Lily and Roll. Once close as sisters, they now clashed fiercely on the field. Lily, running low on magic, was the first to stop attacking. Roll seized the moment and ripped off Lily's mithril arm, leaving her almost defenseless. But just as Roll bloated, Lily landed a fiery explosion punch that sent her flying. She had hidden a magic stone in her hand in advance. Then, using healing magic to mend her wounds, Lily pretended to chant an ultimate spell, scaring Roll into unconsciousness. In the end, Lily won the match. Roll, the scheming villain, never even got to touch the holy sword she coveted. Later, she woke up in her dorm at the Magic Academy, where a student reported that the holy sword was now in the possession of the East District Witch's apprentice. If you can't get it, take it by force, was always Roll's style, so she sent Pharaoh to fetch Nick. When Pharaoh reached Mary's home, all he saw was a bespectacled witch bowing repeatedly before a crystal orb. Mary's stomach churned violently again, unable to hold it in. She rushed to the bathroom. In her hurry, the pendant she always wore fell off. Spotting it, Pharaoh broke the door lock and forced his way inside. Seeing the orb Mary had been venerating, he decided to take it. When Nick returned home, he found the place in disarray. Picking up Mary's pendant, he noticed a letter on the table. It demanded he bring the holy sword in exchange for Mary. Nick wasn't the sharpest, showing him something like this was bound to lead to trouble. On Roll's end, she was furious that Pharaoh had returned with nothing but a glass orb. Just then, a student rushed in to report that someone had arrived with the holy sword. Hearing this, Pharaoh eagerly ran out. She confronted Nick, wanting to prove her strength. As a martial artist, she only sought to become stronger. After taking one of Pharaoh's fierce kicks head-on, Nick agreed to a duel. But he was a bit worried. Back in his village, even the girls could break his bones with a finger. So he suggested a safer form of competition, arm wrestling. Pharaoh asked which village he was from. When she learned Nick was from Kron village, she immediately understood why he was so powerful. The airflow generated by their arm wrestling blew Aaron aside. Just then, a student sent by Roll tried to steal the holy sword, but within moments he was trapped with a water sphere over his head. Mina, dissatisfied with Roll, had switched sides. Nick and Pharaoh arm wrestled so intensely they lifted into the air. In a somewhat cheeky move, Nick released a massive burst of air, sending them both into a hand-in-hand nosedive back to the ground. Ultimately, Nick won, but just as he celebrated, he remembered the urgent matter, finding Mary. Reluctantly, Pharaoh told him the truth. Watching from the shadows,